Hi guys, it's Dave in real life and welcome to this special video. It is the 10 guilty pleasure movies in my collection. What is a guilty pleasure movie? I believe you'll be asking. Basically it's a film that wouldn't normally exist in your film collection, but for some reason it's just there. You love it without question, and it's probably the most unusual film that you have. Maybe it's just because you like a certain actor, or it reminds you of a certain point of your life where this movie made sense to you. But yeah, they're just out of place movies what you absolutely love, and you can't really give a reason for it. Obviously we all know that I'm a massive horror fan. I love sci-fi, so a lot of these films will absolutely make no sense and have no real part of my collection, but they're just there. Like I say, they're a guilty pleasure. I don't know why I like them, I just do. So here we go, without further ado, we are going to look at number 10, and that is this one. No graphics on this because I have these DVDs in hand, and that is this. It is Down to You. It is just a fun little rom-com DVD. It's starring Freddie Prinze Jr. and Julia Stiles. Yeah, it's just around about that time where Miramax was doing like rom-com films. So yeah, it's just a rather unusual movie. It's about two rather young people meeting in college. They've realised that they're falling in love with each other super fast, and it's just how they deal with it. It's a quite unusual way of dealing with it as well, as we see it from both perspectives, they're both points of view. So yeah, I just love it. It is just one of them films that I can stick on when I'm feeling a little bit down. I mean, the guy in it tries to kill himself with shampoo. Yeah, it explains everything in the movie. If you've seen it, well, fair enough, but if you haven't, go check it out. That's the first one. That is at number 10. At number 9 is this, Rock of Ages. Yes, it is from a stage show. It got turned into a movie starring Julia Hough, who's host on the American X Factor. She also starring Tom Cruise. Yeah, it's even got a British actor called Russell Brand in it. It's just a fun movie. It's 80s music. Very what would I say? Very retro kind of vibes from it. Yeah, it's just a fun little film. I did see this at the cinema with my dad, who's died 7 years ago, so I've got fond memories of this. We also saw this. Also watched this quite a lot with my ex-wife, who also sadly passed away. So I've got a lot of memories with this film. Yeah, The Rock of Ages at number 9. At number 8 is this, go-to comedy, very much from the same line of American Pie, but it is Superbad. Yeah, it's also got Noah Hill and Michael Cera in this movie, and the unforgettable line of McLovin. I mean, come on, that is one of the best character names ever in a film. McLovin. Who doesn't want to have that as your name going forward? Yeah, but Superbad is at number 8. At number 7 is this. It's The Gladiator, but it's not the Russell Crowe Gladiator. It is this. Yes, I know what you're thinking. What? I've never heard of this. Yeah, it's bargain basement bucket jobby. Yeah, I found this on the cheap, but it has got Cuba Cooning Jr. and James Marshall in this film. It is about a young lad. He gets invited to this underground boxing and realises that he's forced to fight. Yeah, these are teenagers fighting in boxing. I mean, it's unreal. But it's a really good film. It has racial divides as well. It's a cool soundtrack by Seal. So yeah, this is a really good movie. Honestly, go check it out. Then we have another comedy. It is at number 6, and that is Night at the Roxbury. Yeah, this is a sketch from Saturday Night Live. Obviously, it's starring Will Ferrell, one of his earlier roles, and it has got Chris Kattan as well. This is like early 90s, well, late 80s, early 90s. The very, like, filofaxes, massive mobile phones. Yeah, Emilio is like one of the lines, but yeah, this is just a fun little rom-com, little comedy movie, I would say. And yeah, well worth checking out, just for the soundtrack as well. Really, really cool. Like I said, these are my guilty pleasure movies, so you're not everybody's cup of tea. But then we have, at number 5, this, Grosse Pointe Blank. It is John Cusack, one of my favourite actors, to be honest. This could even make my top 10 film list, in all fairness. Got Minnie Driver, who's a UK actress, but made it big in America after like this film, and I believe it was Good Will Hunting. It's got Dan Aykroyd as well. It's really good. It's about a hitman who struggles with being a hitman, and he gets invited back to his high school reunion, and he hooks back up with his ex-partner. He went missing for 10 years, so he's now finally back, but he's now back as a hitman. Yes, you can just imagine the scenarios that he could get into. Really good soundtrack, really good film. That's why it makes my guilty pleasure list. Another one at number 4. No, this is at number 5. All over the place with this. At number 5 is Clerks. Oh, it is at number 4. It is at number 4. God, how all right. Forget that. Scrap that. It's at number 4. Clerks. Clerks is a film from Kevin Smith. In fact, it's his first film. If you've heard of Kevin Smith, he's one of the brightest, talented directors of his time. Very Cheech and Chong kind of director. Yes, there's lots of cannabis and drug-related stuff in this movie. It's all about a lad what wasn't meant to be at work that day. Yeah, basically he starts off having an hangover, and he has the worst day ever, as is because he has to work on his day off. And he has trouble with the locks, with glue, gum being in it. He has many interactions with many strange people coming into his place of work, which is like a shop, a convenience store. And his interactions with his best mate, Randall, who owns a video shop at the side. Yeah, really cool movie. Very funny. Well worth checking out if you haven't. It is highly recommended. At number 3, we've got to number 3, and it's this. We're back to Michael Cera again. And it is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Yes, it's based off a video game. It's just really super cool. Love the way that it's filmed. I think it's Shane Long who is the director, could be wrong, but this is a really super cool movie. It has Chris Evans, who plays Captain America. He stars in this. It's just packed full of like cameo roles, but yeah, really cool movie. I love it. The soundtrack is pretty cool as well. Now, this is probably going to explain quite a lot about why I am called Dave in real life. It's basically because of this. It's Dan in real life. Yeah, I could say he's ripping me off. What the hell? What the flip? No, actually, I just loved the title and used it as Dave in real life as well. But it is Dan in real life. This is a Steve Carell movie. Basically, he's a father of three. He's just lost his wife to cancer. He gets invited to a family get-together, and it's just, he's basically shitted on from a great height throughout the early part of this movie. And he finds the one girl that he's interested in, and she's dating his younger brother. Yeah, it's kind of, they kind of treat him like crap. But it is a really good, heartwarming little indie film. Honestly, I love this. If you've not seen it, then I urge you to go and see it, or get it on DVD or whatever. But yeah, really good film. I'd love to do a watch along on this, actually. So yeah, Dan in real life, Dave in real life. Makes sense. But it's not the top one. It's not the top one. It was second to top. The top one, and you're going to be surprised at this. You're going to be like, what? Why do you like this? I will explain. Yeah, basically it's a guilty pleasure movie for that reason. But without further ado, at number one, it's this. I know. What, Dave? What? It's called The Cutting Edge. It has got D.B. Sweeney and Moira Kelly as the leading stars. Basically, it's what would happen if a ice hockey player became a figure skater. Yes, I know. Even saying that out loud. What? You like this? Basically, it's not really the figure skating that I like about this movie. It's actually the chemistry between these two. Honestly, the back and forth throughout this movie is fantastic. Obviously, from two entirely different sports. So he's got an attitude problem. He's wanting to get back into ice hockey but can't because he's got a problem with his eyes. She has a problem because nobody would bloody work with her. So basically they're thrown together and you watch these two complete opposites come together. Yeah, it's just a perfect film. It's whenever I'm feeling a little bit down, a little bit blue, I stick this on, and it really picks me straight back up. So that's why it's number one. That's why it's a guilty pleasure movie. I just love it. Yeah, the chemistry between these two literally work. And yeah, that is my top 10 guilty pleasure movies. Realise that they're not everybody's cup of tea, and they're not meant to be. They're all my guilty pleasures. So in the comment section below, what is your guilty pleasure? What movie that you just think is so random that you just love it, that it's in your collection? It doesn't matter whether you think it's like, well, it's out of the blue kind of film, but just put in what one film like picks you up instantly. What is the film what you go to the most, and you don't know why you like it? It's pretty much, that's why these are in my collection. You could go for the mainstream movies every day of the week, but these are really just niche to me. So yeah, put in the comment section what are your guilty pleasure movies, and thank you for watching this video. I've been Dave in real life. You've been awesome, and remember to always keep it real. Bye for now.